Hello, Tropico. Ready for another speed run? I hope so. I know it's been a while, and I know you guys have been, waiting quite a while. But it's the most wonderful time of the year, so this mission, I remember the first time I ran it, got it. It used to be like 18 minutes, but then through some optimizations, I got it down to about 12 minutes, as you can see. But when I made the optimizations, that was quite a while ago. It's been a while since I bothered speedrunning this mission. In fact, it's been quite a while since I bothered speedrunning any of these missions. So there's that. So in the past, I used to go with a tourism route for economy, but because you need to build a weapons factory, I just sort of decided to go the opposite direction. So let's talk with the buildings. We're going to start immigration office. The reason why is because we're going to need a ton of unskilled labor, just an absolute ton. And I'm sorry if the background here is a little too loud. I'm going to try and make sure it's not too loud, but just in case it is, I guess I don't know what causes that loud noise. I don't know if it's just because there's a volcano on the bottom there, but anyway. So this time around for this mission, we go with the farming route. So for the background, I go with farmer. Let me check my notes here one sec. Farmer, because for better production of farming, obviously. But I also could have chosen developer. Oh my god, the background is so loud. I hope it did. I hope that did not rupture your eardrums to anyone with headphones, because it sort of did for me. Okay. So developer may have been a better option for minus 20% building cost, but again, because I need the increased farmer production may ultimately be better because I really need to get the economy started as soon as possible. There's not a lot of things going on right now in the mission, so that's when we'll talk about the background. What the obvious choices are for like rise to power backgrounds and traits. For rise to power, the communist rebellion. For better farmings, it gives like a 10% to farmer production. There's really not many better options. Maybe installed by KGB may be a better option because it gives a free conscription effect, but unfortunately it doesn't work the bunkers DLC with. So that means like for the military bunkers, which I sort of kind of need later on in the mission. And if I were to skip doing bunkers, I would have to build multiple guard posts instead. So it may make sense. Installed by KGB may make sense only if I picked developer to combo with it. After that, for the traits, hardworking, self-explanatory. Everyone is 10% more effective. I don't know if there's something better I could have picked, but it sort of just makes sense in combination with everything else. Cheapskate, minus 15% building cost, and it reduces the maximum salary too, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be done in a couple of minutes. And then finally, we get the Plantador. So Plantador is really great, and oh my god, stupid. I'm just gonna mute the whenever they talk. Okay, so it increases the rate at which farmers get XP, I guess, but I don't know how good that is. Essentially, if that doesn't really do anything, then at the very least it increases the price of coffee, tobacco, and sugar, which makes the farming economy much more effective because I can get a lot more money from the beginning of the game. So the basic structure of this mission is I have a DEFCON meter on the bottom right there, and it cannot go to 1. If it goes to 1, I lose the mission. So I have to sort of jungle Cold War tensions between the US and the USSR because they're going to try and nuke each other, or maybe they'll try and nuke me, who knows. So for the first task, you have to get the treasury to about 30,000 gold, but it's not a big, because there's not much of a wait state between getting the 30,000 gold. Not gold, I keep saying gold because but just regular old money, not gold. Don't need 30,000 units of gold. I just need $30,000. I don't know what the currency is, maybe 30,000 Tropico dollars, and I don't know the conversion on that, but actually it's actually last time I checked it's pretty good, but I don't know. It's 1957, so things can change. So yeah, I just need the money to start it because there's no wait state in between mission tasks. There's very short wait states between mission tasks on this mission, so that makes it so I'm not like rushing one task because it's just because certain other missions have like wait states, so it's like I have to rush to that part of the stage as soon as possible because I have to wait otherwise. So you see me took up only one side mission, which is to export iron, and that's just because it gives an extra 10,000. As you can see there, in the beginning I really struggled getting all that set up. I feel kind of stupid. I can go back to this mission real quick and get everything done real quickly. But anyway, the other thing too is, as I've learned, I probably did not put the the iron farm in the correct position. Because I think, as I've learned from redoing mission 2, which I did, the redux out of that I did like way after the speedrunning this mission, is you sort of just put you really want to put the iron mine like right next to the iron, not like on top of it. So here's where the meat and potatoes of the mission comes. I'm going to be given 4 tasks, and I have 4 different options. So I have to side with the US or the USSR. For the first one, I'm going to side with the USSR because they're going to give me 2 free generals when I do, and all I have to do is build an armory. Well, actually, the US will decrease the cost, but I don't care about decreasing the cost of the armory, I think, because the 2 generals will cost more because I have to hire foreign people with college education, which would cost more. It would cost something like 7+ grand. So it just makes more sense to get that. So you see that the DEFCON dropped by 1 throughout sometime during the mission. So there's this thing called the Pan-Caribbean Gains, which will decrease the DEFCON by 1 point. And as you can see here, for the second mission, oh my god, this is going by a lot faster than I thought. For the second thing, I had to go with the US. I sided with the US because they decrease the cost of the guard stations, and I need to build 3 of them. So, and the other reason why is because I don't remember what the USSR gives, but it's probably not that useful. I had to, for the last mission, or for the upcoming objective, I have to side with the USSR again because it's easier to get 20 soldiers. Or their next objective is to have 20 soldiers, and it's very easy to do that with the conscription edict, which makes it so that way students, military people don't need a high school education, so that means anyone can essentially become a soldier. And I only have to build 2 bunkers to get enough people to all become soldiers. And I luck up a little bit. I got lucky a little bit here because some of the construction workers managed to construct a bunker in a timely fashion. So here we're going to set the wages for soldiers to 25. Bam. Perfect. So, and for that, and then I just decrease the cost to $9. So that's a cheap and easy way to get rid of that objective. For the next one, we're going to side with the US again because it decreases the cost of the nuclear reactor. Siding with the USSR gives you cheaper uranium, but I don't care about the uranium because the mission's going to be over in about 4 minutes from now, so it really doesn't matter that much. So that's like the meat and potatoes of the mission. Beyond that, there's just a ton of waiting in this mission, unfortunately. I look at myself like, damn, thankfully I haven't been like just bitching about how long this mission is. And then for the next objective, I had to do nuclear research to get nuclear weapons or something. But the reality is doing it the normal way, which is sort of to have a set number. You would get a certain amount of research points every month, depending on how many professors you have on the island. But in reality, it's faster just to pay the $50,000 to buy the plans from I don't know who. And if you can hear in the distance, there's a little rumbling. Don't worry about it. Nothing's going wrong. So it's easier to do that. And then for the finale, after this is the finale of the mission, kind of. Primarily because, so in the past what would happen is you would have a choice of either paying out 75 grand to lead to, oh, look at that, a volcano. So thankfully it's over there where nothing matters at all. Nothing's over there, so I don't mind that whole area getting detonated and blown to smithereens and molten core and all that jazz. It can also happen, I think, right on the bottom left of the screen there. I think that's also technically a volcano, but I don't quite remember. Beyond that, so for the finale, it's like you pay 75 grand to leave the island with a new identity, or so you can see there, I paid for it up front rather than rather than waiting for the traditional thing of waiting for getting the research credits. So there we're going to build a foreign office, but that's primarily, I'm not going to bother fast building it because it's just there to decrease the DEFCON. Now all we're doing is waiting for the finale, which is what I've been trying to say. It's I have to save up 75 grand to buy a new identity. In the past, it would be more. We had some more interesting. I had a more interesting plan because you either had to do that, or you can build 10 docks as the finale. But the problem is that that objective of building 10 docks to escape. Because the idea being that because all those boats are leaving at the same time, no one can tell which boat has the real El Presidente. So you build 10 docks, but that objective alternative win condition doesn't come until much later in the game. Like it comes like several minutes after you're given the option to spend 75 grand to end the mission right there and then. So I end up just having to save money for the 75 grand rather than building a bunch of docks. And we have all these side missions here, but I don't bother doing any of them because all of them are supposed to be for like the temporary benefit, or like it's stuff like, oh well, sell some extra weapons and you'll get an increased price on the exports, increased price on your exports, but it'll decrease the DEFCON meter. So I don't bother messing around with it because. Again, I you can see in the bottom left there, I had like 80 grand just come in. So I'm not too worried about money. Beyond that, oh boy. I did not talk about this nearly as much things, and I'm pretty sure I have to interrupt myself plenty of times. This is kind of the mission. I can see there's only like a minute left, and I don't remember what else to talk about. So, yeah, this mission, I used to love this mission a lot because of that objective at the end for building 10 docks, because it was just super funny, but, you know, now it's optimized to where don't need to bother. Just don't need to bother at all. It's kind of funny juggling around with the other thing. The mission sort of bounces around between being fun with having to do the routing, but unfortunately there's so much time in between just waiting, doing nothing. Like in the beginning you saw like I was just doing nothing, literally nothing, because it's just you build up your economy and then you wait for it to kick off. Buy the new identity. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time, Tropico. Presidente out.